Hello, 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 hello. Hope everybody is doing great. Think I'm live. I think. How y'all doing? 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 How is everybody doing? Greetings and namaste. Hey Suzette, how you doing? So listen, I'm not gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long today. I'm gonna do a little series. I'm gonna do for about 2 or 3 days total, just 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna speak on um what's going on. What's going on? Hey Amanda, how you doing? Greetings and welcome and namaste and all the good stuff. Bless, bless, Lugato. Bless, blessed, blessed. Namaste. I hope everybody is good. Hey, Susan, hey, let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I know I have this mic on. I hope it's working on this phone. I'm not sure if it's working. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I want to speak on 7 things to ignore when you meet someone new. And I think this is going to be a bit different. Hola, Fernando. Wonder what's going on. Divine. Okay, good. You can hear me. Good, 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 good. All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. So I want to talk about 7 things that you need to ignore when you meet someone new. Now, these are going to be different. This is going to be different. This is going to be not what you are used to. It's not going to be what you expect. Because of course, I think we do things backward. Okay, good. Thank you. I think we do things backward. But before I start, let me say hello. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. I hope you're all having a blast and I hope you're chilling and I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I hope everything is going and flowing how you want it to flow. All right. So, again, I'm going to do 7 things to ignore when you meet someone. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do what you should pay attention to, the 5 things that you should pay attention to, and what comes after. Okay. It's very simple. Now, as you guys know, I focus on energy, understanding energy. That's all I focus on. It's just energy. I don't focus on what we do on a regular basis. I don't focus on the things that we do now, and I focus on what makes sense when it comes to energy. Okay, so I hope that you understand what I'm saying, and I hope that you listen before you judge, listen before you get upset. Listen before you ignore. Okay, and if it doesn't make sense to you, then so be it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, truly blessed. If it doesn't make sense to you, okay, I get it, but at least listen first, okay? What's up, Starseed? So I want to speak on, like I said, 7 things that you should know when you meet someone new. Now, a lot of us, we have things that we focus on when we meet somebody new. I think we have types. We have a certain type. We have finances. We have this. We have that. Hey, Nicole, we have things that we like the looks. We like attraction. We like, chemistry. We like all these things. And when we meet somebody, um, hey Carmen, I think when we meet somebody, that's what we look for. We have all this list of things that we look for. We look for somebody who's humorous, we look for somebody who's this, we look for somebody who's that. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what to ignore. And this is completely different from what you understand. The first thing, let's get into it. The first thing that you should ignore, thank you, Phoenix. The first thing that you should ignore when you meet someone is this: feelings. The first thing that you should ignore when you meet somebody is feelings. Listen, some of you want the feelings to be there when you meet somebody. But when the feelings are there, it distracts you from the truth. A lot of times you expect to have this feeling when you meet somebody, all these feelings, this feeling of this and that, and this strong feeling and this strong, I like this person. Oh my God, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to you because it's what you practice. Feelings are just familiar experiences. Feelings are just familiar memory. And a lot of times, if you dwell on the feelings, you end up in the same place again where you just left. Because that's what feelings are. Feelings are past records of time. That's all feelings really are. And a lot of us, when we meet somebody, We focus on these feelings. And when you focus on these feelings, you ignore everything else. You ignore the red flags. You don't see what people are doing. You don't see how they are treating you. You don't pay attention to what they are living, how the things that they are saying, because you are so obsessed with the feelings. I'm telling you right now, when you meet somebody, what you want to ignore is what feeling that come to you, because your feeling is just a past experience. It looks familiar. And that's why you focus on it so much. Listen, the thing about the mind is that the mind looks for everything that's familiar so it can attach you to that thing. The mind looks for familiarity so that it can feel, it can understand, because the ego needs to be seen. The ego needs to be understood. The ego wants to be stimulated. So the thing that the mind go towards is the known thing, which is a feeling. So you meet somebody, you have a feeling, and you feel like it's good. All right? Feelings. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long because I got things to do. Okay? Hey, Sherry. The second thing that you, no, not Siri. I said Sherry. Oh, my God. The second thing that you have to pay attention to, that you have to ignore, the second thing that you should ignore is chemistry. Chemistry, 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 chemistry. Ignore chemistry. Don't look for chemistry. You need to ignore chemistry. Again, this is a complete unpopular opinion. This is not what people will tell you. This is not what people speak of. This is not what people teach you about dating. Ignore chemistry, because chemistry is just two vibration or two energy fields coming together and causing an eruption within you. Sometimes the chemistry that you find or the chemistry that you experience is actually you repelling somebody's energy. Sometimes you feel all these butterflies, sometimes you feel all these things. Because how many times do you feel chemistry with someone and the shit don't pass that chemistry stage? How many times do you feel a strong chemistry and it doesn't pass that? After 3 months, it just sinks. How many times do you experience chemistry, but it don't go nowhere? It's not enough takeoff to take you anywhere. Because chemistry is two energy comes together and it erupts. And when it erupts, you feel this bam explosion within you. And you think it's good, but sometimes anger and resentment could cause chemistry. Sometimes insecurity and jealousy within you and them causes chemistry. You don't understand. See, chemistry is not just good thing. Chemistry is low vibrational too. Chemistry can be as low as possible, but as soon as it hits you, as soon as something familiar, something, two energy comes together that's similar, chemistry is formed. Understand, chemistry don't take you anywhere. A lot of times, I'm telling you, think about all the folks that you had chemistry with. Think about all the folks that you had chemistry with. Where did you end up? And you see, the thing is, you're gonna go back to somebody else who gave you chemistry, and the same thing is gonna happen again. Do you notice that? Every time you meet somebody with strong chemistry, the same thing happened again. And then you still don't learn. You go find somebody again with chemistry that you get from chemistry for someone, and then you go back with them, and the same thing happens again. Because the chemistry, again, is a familiar experience that the mind looks for. The mind looks for chemistry because you begin to look for chemistry because it feels familiar. It feels good. It feels important. I'm telling you right now. Ignore chemistry. Ignore chemistry. Does that make sense, you all? Does that make sense? Ignore chemistry. I'm telling you, the calmness. The third thing that you should ignore, because we pay too much attention to this one thing, and when you focus on this one thing, you miss everything else. Physical attraction. I'm not saying to go with somebody. I'm saying to ignore it when you meet someone new. In the initial meeting with someone, ignore. Yes, you can acknowledge that somebody is attractive. You can acknowledge somebody is good looking. You can acknowledge somebody is handsome or pretty. I'm saying to ignore it. It's not important right now. It's not important. Hey, Kelly, a lot of us, hey, Kelly, a lot of us focus on physical attraction so much that you miss exactly what they are doing. People playing, running around, people running around you, doing stupid things and acting the fool, but just because they are good looking, handsome, or pretty, you put up with it. Many of us are putting up with things because somebody's attractive. Because if your partner probably wasn't attractive, you probably wouldn't even put up with the crap that they give you. Listen, ignore physical attraction. It is not that serious. See, we're doing things ass backwards. Yeah, yeah, Sienna, we're doing things ass backwards. See, those things come later on. Those things should come later on. We're doing things ass backwards. Listen, plain all in your face. Because just because, and you know, some people, they know that they're attractive. They know that they look good. And that's all they use to get you. That's all they use. Some of you have this long list of what you look for, but somebody is attractive with nothing, and you, yep, that's the one. Somebody's attractive. Oh my God, he's so fine. Oh my God, she thick as hell. Because everything has got to do. A lot of you focus too much on physical attraction, and it doesn't work. All this, you gotta be 6 foot this, 6 foot that. That's silly. That's silly. Be careful. The next thing that you should be aware of, the next thing that you should be aware of, the next thing that you need to ignore is this is gonna hurt you. Watch up, coach, tutor, how are we doing? This is what's gonna confuse you right now. I'm about to say it. The next thing that you should ignore is intellect. I know. Intellect? I need somebody who's an intellectual man or woman. I gotta stimulate my mind. I need somebody, I'm a sapiosexual. Is it called sapiosexual? You gotta stimulate my mind to get me. Many people, hey saints, many people look for intellect. I'm telling you right now, intellect cannot understand in the higher dimensions. Intellect cannot pass or explain a higher connection. Intellect can't. Intellect cannot explain things that's in the fourth and fifth dimension. See, intellect will make you think, so will make you paint a picture. It will stimulate your little heart. It will stimulate your little vagina, right? It will stimulate your nipple, but it doesn't pass a certain level. Intellect cannot explain a higher energy. It cannot. Hey, Flora, I need you to understand. Hey, Stacy, intellect cannot break down certain energy field. So I'm telling you, some people know how to speak. True or false? I know how to speak. That's right, Stacy. I know how to speak. I can speak you out of your drawers. Back in the days. Back in the days when, see, I have a gift of gab. See, you all don't understand. The gift of gab can do many things. Everything comes with two ends, two sides. One can cut, one can listen. I'm telling you right now, ignore intellect. People have practiced doing this for so long, they know exactly what you want to hear. You don't think so? Again, this is not the advice that people will understand. This is not the advice that people will teach you. This is not the kind of stuff that people will talk to you about on the videos. I'm telling you, this is how people play games. Some people know how to speak. They can speak you out of your underwear. They can speak you out of your house. They can speak you back in a toxic relationship. Some people can speak to you, bring you back from peace to poverty. People can, man, listen, people can drain your pocket with their intellect. People can take your clothes off with just their words. People can bring you from a peaceful state back to a toxic state. Why? Because the intellect, the intellectual, they know exactly what to say. They've been doing this for so long. Ignore intellect. Ignore intellect. Acknowledge it, but don't let that be your driving force. Oh my God, the way he or she speaks, oh my God. Oh, calm your horses. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what to pay attention to. See, I'm not going to just bring you here and tell you what to ignore. I'm going to tell you what to pay attention to. As a matter of fact, I want to come back tomorrow on what to pay attention to. I want you to get the full story. You've been there, right? Conscious? I'm telling you. Ignore intellect. Hey, Creole Fire. Lost it all? Man, I'm telling you. The next number 5, the next thing to ignore. Listen, this is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna mess you up. Listen, the list gets worse and worse. Ain't it? The list is getting worse and worse. I started with feelings. Then I'm telling you to ignore feelings, ignore chemistry, ignore physical attraction, ignore intellect and words. That's all you have been using all this time. That's all you have been seeking. That's all you have been open to. It's those things. Now the next one is gonna F you. The next one is gonna F with you a little bit. You ready for the next one? I'm gonna F with you right now. I'm gonna F with you right now. The next one, you ready for the next one? Because I'm telling you, y'all gonna hit me. Some of y'all gonna go. Saint, you ready? Saint says you're ready. Hey, Erica. Hey, Erica. The next thing to ignore. I'm afraid to say this one. F with you, right? Somebody say F with me. The next thing that you the next thing that you need to ignore is connection. Connection. Oh, we have a strong connection. Ignore it. Ignore connection. Don't worry about connection yet. When you first meet somebody, don't worry about connection yet. Connection is not important. Connection makes you stick to somebody even when you know they ain't shit. Think about it. Connection. See, when you feel, and you know what? All connection is not both sides. You see, the doctor is connected to the patient differently than how the patient is connected to the doctor. Understand, a connection is not always the same. Please, please, please. A doctor is not connected. See, the connection that the patient feels to the doctor, it is not the same as the doctor feels to the patient. Do you get me? Because I need you all to understand what I'm saying. Some of you are talking about, ooh, the connection. See, you feel the energy, you feel your emotion raising, and you say it's a connection. Ignore connections. Ignore connections, because connection will put you in places where you have no business. And connection will put you in some places. See, you know what is a very strong connection to? Trauma. Boy, trauma will connect the F out of you. Don't want it? We've been through the same things. I was abused and he was abused. We all was abused. So I understand him and he understands me. Understand that connection will F with you. I promise you, connection will F with you. So don't really look for a connection yet. We're not there yet. Leave the connection alone. Ain't no connection. Connections, again, are familiar energy. Somebody sounds like this, somebody feels like this, and somebody looks like this. Boom, instant connection. Why? Because it's familiar. Understand that, I've had people tell me before, oh my God, I feel the connection instantly. I don't feel nothing, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. My girl said not to take your advice and that you're single. Hey, Jazz, please come here for a second. Come here for a second. You said, my girl said not to take your advice and that you're single. Let me show you how single I am. Give me a second. Come here. Just for 1 second. Somebody think I'm single. Come here. My lady don't like to be on camera. Okay? It's good, but let me say hi. Just look at her. See this right here? This is not single. Okay? You think I'm giving all this advice because I'm single? Anyways, so listen. So we ready now to continue? Are we ready to continue now? You are something else, huh? Greetings, healer Optics. Greetings. Thank you, Carmen. Listen, I don't give all this information because I'm single. I practice what I preach. I practice big time. She just don't like the camera. All right. So again, wait. So who was that person? Kirk, your eyes light up as you wait for her. That's 8 years. That's 8 years marriage right there. So listen. So we ready to continue? Okay, good. Flora is ready. Flora is ready. Next thing, right? So again, connection. Okay, connection. Ignore connection. It's not important right now. Okay. All right. So next one, number 6. The next thing that you need to ignore. Now this one is a little. It's not that hard. Okay. This one ain't that bad. The next thing that you should ignore is your type. Your type. Your type. Ignore your type. Your type don't matter. Your type makes no difference. Your type, ignore it. Throw it away. Bounce it. Your type. Ignore your type. Ignore your type. Ignore what's your type. Remember, your type is only a memory. And oftentimes, your type is a typo. Because if your type was something that worked, you would have got your type right now and it would always work. But your type is something that you like. It doesn't mean that you like it or that it likes you. It doesn't mean that it recognizes you. You just recognize it. See, everybody wants their type, and that's why everybody is single. Everybody wants their type, and that's why everybody is single. Your type is just something that looks familiar. You see, one thing about human beings, yeah, Erica, one thing about human beings become, what do you call that thing? They are addicted to habits. It's habit. Your type is a habit. Your type is just a habit. Your type just looks familiar. Your type caused you a big reaction back in the day. See, what a type is this right here? Let me tell you how the brain works, okay? Let me tell you how the brain is wired. The brain is wired in a way that if something gives you the stronger the reaction is the stronger the connection. And the stronger the connection, the human being will go back and look for it again and again and again. So the human being's always going to look for the same type because they had a reaction from the last time. So they're going to do it again, again, and again, and again. Understand the type is only a memory. Let me answer these questions after I'm finished with this list, okay? Because if I stop with the list, then I might just forget where I'm at. Okay, Dahmer, hold that question, and so then let me come back to that question. Okay, a type is addiction. A type is just memory because the type. Listen, check this out, right? Let's say I love women. Yeah, exactly, Janet. Let's say I love thick women. I love thick women. She gotta be 5 foot. She gotta be this, and she gotta look this, and she gotta have a fat ass, right? Let's say that's my type. Does that type bring me calmness? Does that brings me compatibility? Does it bring me the things that a relationship is needed? Does it bring me the things that I need? No, it just brings me a physical thing. You see, a type is you trying to dissect a human into pieces. You gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. But when you dissect something, you separate it. You don't bring it together. When you dissect something, you take out the parts and you separate parts. That's what dissection means. You cut out something. It's not understanding it. You cut out something. Understand when you have a type, it does not mean that it's going to work for you. It's just something that you recognize. It's also a fantasy. True. So understand, ignore the type. And the last one that I have to ignore is charm and charisma. Charm and charisma. Everybody who plays this game knows how to bring charm and charisma. Everybody who knows how to play this game, the best players know how to bring on the charm. Have you ever met somebody who was charming in the beginning? Extremely charming, had all this charisma, all this, they know exactly how to make you laugh. They had the perfect humor, they had the perfect words, they had the perfect. ah. And 3 months later, the charm died. Now you stuck thinking that, well, maybe we can go back to where we was. Maybe he can be or she can be that person again. Do you want to get what I'm saying? Maybe that can be. Listen, let me tell you. And let me tell you why that I give you that list of things to ignore. Let me tell you why. If you wasn't here for the list, let me give you the list again. Ignore feelings, ignore chemistry, ignore physical attraction, and ignore intellect, ignore connections, ignore what's your type, and ignore charm and charisma. That's what you ignore. The reason why I said to ignore these things is this: these things distract you from the truth. Feelings ain't the truth. Feelings ain't the truth. Feelings ain't the truth. That's just how you feel as a familiar experience that you are having. You are having a memory. And memory, listen, just because you feel like somebody is lying to you, are they always lying? Probably not. Just because you feel like you're walking into danger, is you in danger? Probably not. Just because you are replaying some type of trauma in your mind, is it happening right now? No, but the feelings is familiar, and you believe that's happening because the mind recognizes something that's. If you man, listen, you can smell something and it just makes you get traumatic. It can give you a panic attack. It can make you suffer just by a smell of something, by the sight of something, just by a sound that you hear. It can put you in trauma. Listen, I'm telling you right now, feelings, ignore it. Ignore it. A lot of these things make you distracted from the truth. It's like feelings. You focus on this, but this is happening. You focus on this so much, but this is happening. You got to pay attention. We do things ass backwards. Since I have the time, I got 27 minutes. You all want to hear what to pay attention to now, or should I come back tomorrow? You all want to hear what to pay attention to now, or should I come back tomorrow? Because I'm telling you right now, this is very important. A lot of us are going backwards. We're doing things in reverse. And that's why it doesn't work. We're doing things in reverse and it doesn't work. Because we have this thing that's going on. Give us a taste of tomorrow. Everybody's saying now. You know, we didn't teach the children that. Facts. Now, these are things that you gotta pay attention to. Very simple. Okay, very simple. You are ready for the first one? Very simple. This is simplistic information. This ain't no knowledge. This is very simple. What you must focus on is facts. Facts. What are the facts? What are the facts? Facts override feelings any day. Facts will override. Facts must override. And you know what though? That's getting so bad now, right? This is getting so bad now because now when somebody tell you the truth, you say, well, at least you are honest. And so then, I'll still sleep with you, Now, listen, man. Listen, I don't want a girlfriend. I just came out of a bad relationship. Man, I love bitches, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I love bitches, right? You know what I mean? Shit, man. God damn. You know what I mean? I love them bitches. You know what I mean? I love them hoes. You know what I mean? That's what I do. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I got 6 babies, but I ain't shit. Right? I ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you the truth. And you're like, oh my God, at least you're being honest. So the shit don't even work anymore. The stuff don't even work anymore because even though they're telling you the truth, you're still going with your feelings. You're still going with your feelings. A lot of you keep going with your feelings when you see the truth. This is how you screw it up. That's why I said you have to ignore feelings. This is why I say you have to ignore feelings. Focus on the facts. Our mind creates movies. I'm telling you. You have to focus on the facts. It's not the feelings that last. The facts is what lasts. The second thing to ignore, to pay attention to. The second thing to pay attention to, and I'm going to explain. This is the first most important thing is energy. The first most important thing, but let me tell you how energy is being explained. Right? Let me tell you how energy is being explained. When you learn to ignore these things, the chemistry, the intellect, and charm, and all them stuff, you can focus more on the energy, not the feeling, the energy. The energy. Energy never lies. But many of you don't know how to focus on energy. Many of you don't know how to focus on energy because you come with so much conflicting issues and energy within you. You come with so much feelings and you come with so much fear and insecurities. You come with so much trauma. You come with so much of these pain and the pain from the past. You come with all these fears and these thoughts. You come with all these expectations that you are not focused on the energy. You cannot focus on the energy because you come with too much conflicting energy. So this is why you misunderstand the energy that you are experiencing. You are only focused on your feelings. You have to drop everything. You have to get rid of all. Listen, when you meet somebody, you have to become silent. That means you have to silence your energy. You have to silence your fears. You have to silence your mind. You have to sit your body down quietly. And the body will pick up everything it needs to pick up because it's not yours. This is how you focus on energy. This is where you pay attention to the energy. How do you get to know someone? You get to know someone with the energy that's within you. The energy, when you join two energy fields, the energy fields travel to your energy, and your energy begins to experience their energy. And that's how you understand who they are. You don't understand them with words and with questions. You understand and you focus on energy. You cannot, exactly right, Coach? You gotta sit thy ass down silently. Don't come on no date with a bunch of anger. Don't come on no date with a bunch of insecurities and fear. Don't come on no date with anxiety. Don't come on around nobody with all that energy because you don't know what you're picking up, if it's theirs or yours. Understand, you must pay attention to energy. Energy is what counts. Energy makes sense. Hey, Sheena, energy makes sense. And if you learn how to put your energy, how to put your frequency, how to tweak your own body, your own spirit, your own mind, you can pick up anything. Because all you are is an antenna. That's what you are, an antenna. Flesh gets in the way often. Facts. Facts. Energy is real. Energy don't lie. Charm lies. Your type lies. Intellect lies. Physical attraction lies. Energy. The third thing, which is the second most important thing to focus on, is compatibility. Listen, if we're not compatible, I don't care what you look like. I don't care about your intellect. I don't care about the connection that we have. I don't care about if you're my type or not. And I don't care about your charm. If we are not compatible, it doesn't make sense. Throw it to the side. If we're not compatible, throw it to the side. If we are not compatible, throw it to the side. It doesn't make sense. Some of you know that you are not compatible. Some of you all know that you're not compatible. But you know what you do? You still give it a chance because you have a feeling. Well, I like her. I like him. Oh my God, but I like him. I like her. I mean, she's so fine. Oh, he good looking. He's 6'5". He's 6'7". He got 6 figures. He earned 6 figures. Hey, so friends, I thought you said that your girl said to not listen to me. Are you listening now, man? Do I make sense? I'm telling you, man. Compatibility. How do you know if we are compatible? Look at their lifestyle. See, dating is a process. It's not a first time. You just can't go on one date and get it. Dating is a process. Okay, this is you talking now. Dating is a process, man. It's a process. It is understanding somebody else's energy. It's understanding, seeing what they do. Seeing what they rather do. Letting people be and letting them be who they want to be. And you know what? This is compatible with me. This is, and I can deal with this. But you have to let people do what they want to do. Let them be what they want to be. And then you can know, only then you can know if you are compatible. Only then can you know that you are compatible because you see how they live, you see their lifestyle, you see what they do on weekends. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what they are doing every day of their life. You see how they're spending money. You see what they're buying. You see what they are, where they are going. This is how you know if this is compatible. You know their dreams by their you hanging out with them. You date. You know you talking to them. You know what they want to do in 5 years. It's not as easy as it seems. It's not about easy or hard. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. It's not about easy or hard. This has nothing to do with easy or hard. It's about paying attention to who you're talking to. You're paying attention to your environment. You are aware. It's called awareness. Spend 30 years in a marriage not compatible. Learn the hard. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You gotta be. Listen. Everywhere you go, you gotta be aware of who you're around. And when you're spending time with somebody, you see their lifestyle, you see what they are doing. See, the reason why we don't see what they are doing, because we are so ready to judge them. Don't do this. I don't like when you do that. So people are modifying their behavior. They're not being who they are. They are just modifying their behavior. So when they're in front of you, they are modified. And this is why you go further because when they're next to you, they modify their behavior because you want to talk and talk and talk and talk. Don't do this. Don't do that. I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you go here. In the first 2 months, you telling somebody don't do that? Is that a collection? Yeah, I'm telling you. In 2 months, you want to tell somebody, but energy never lie. In 2 months, you want to tell somebody, I made that video, and in the video, it says, "What's wrong with your phone, Ray?" In the video, it said, "Let a man or woman do what they want to do, so that you can know what they want to do, so that you can actually make a decision to stay or go." And somebody's like, "But all men ain't the same. So if you let them do what they want to do, they might leave." Oh, let me think about that. You don't think that's the point of that video? You don't think that's the point? You letting them do what you want to do, they want to do, so that you can know who you are with, so that when they leave your site, when they leave you next month, you know exactly what they rather do. Listen, I'm telling you all, man. I'm telling you, we gotta pay attention. I went over my time. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. All right, I'm coming back tomorrow for the rest of this right here. What to pay attention to? Meet me here at the same time tomorrow. Got it? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What do you say about rushing into intimacy with someone and they wanting to backtrash to friendship to get to know each other better? I mean, it's not backtracking. It's just that you make a decision to sleep with somebody. It's not backtracking. You just continue getting to know them. You can't backtrack. You know what I mean? I mean, once you sleep with somebody, you can't unsleep with them. You know what I mean? So you gotta do what you gotta do. But listen, Sapphire, listen, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna speak on what to pay attention to and what comes after. Okay, tomorrow. What to pay attention to. I'm on number 3 already. I'm gonna do number 4, 5, and 6, and then I'm gonna do 4 things that comes after. I can't do all of this in one day. It's too much stuff. Okay, get busy fast. Yeah. So understand. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll post the thing on Facebook on what time the banner, and that's the time I'm gonna come back. Okay. So thank you. Hey, thank you guys for coming. I'll be back tomorrow. So friends, I hope I hope I showed you I was safe because I have someone that I wasn't just talking as a single man on relationships. I hope I hope you all don't think that I'm all here talking trust that I don't understand. All right. Thank you, Saint. You all be blessed. I hope you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. My name on Facebook is Kirk Hazel. Kirk K-I-R-K Hazel. All right. So I see you guys tomorrow. All right. Make sure you don't be late. You all peace.